Hi, good morning. Today I will present about my FYP final year project, which is Mount Santubong hiking application. So far, I would like to thanks my supervisor, Encik Jonathan Anak Sidi, and to my examiner, Puan Zita binti Osman. Okay, for this one, I will proceed to the presentation outline. For the first one is there are introduction. Second one is problem statement. The third one is objective. The fourth one is the comparison of existing work. The fifth, proposed design. For the sixth, hardware and software. And for the last one is the conclusion. Now we will proceed with the introduction. Hiking is the tradition of taking long walks in the countrysides. It is also an enjoyable practice that can indirectly explore nature and help to preserve the well-being of the body and mind. However, there are many challenges to this practice, such as straying when ascending a mountain, clueless about the weather or daily forecast, to plan, schedule hiking, and the incident of change in an environment in the mountains. Users or hikers will be asked to promote this project when performing hiking activities. This hiking application is well built to make it easier for users to download climbing location and can be used if there is no internet on the mountain. It may also help users find a position that change the shape of terrain before climbing process take place. This application's source code will be written using the Android Studio application. The intended outcome for this project is that after downloading the map offline, this framework will serve as a map for use while users perform hiking activities. Okay, that's all for the introduction. Now we will proceed with the problem statement. For problem statement, as I have explained in the introduction, the first one is hikers get lost while hiking at Mount Santubong, Sarawak, and do not have the answer such as maps to solve the problem. The second one is hikers do not have clear information about climate change before going hiking at Mount Santubong, Sarawak. The third one is the route that the person or hikers wish to use during hiking at Mount Santubong, Sarawak is modified because of academic case, just as the shape of the terrain is not good, that can be brought to the incident of the accident cause. Now we will proceed with the objective of this project. The first one is the application will provide the perfect solution for the user or hikers. That is a feeder you can download offline map prior to start hiking at Mount Santubong, Sarawak. The second one is the application will keep up to date on climate change to decide the best day for hiking at Mount Santubong and to make better plans before that. The third one is the application will notify users whether the track is safe or not before beginning a hike in Mount Santubong, Sarawak. That's all for the objective of this project. Now we will proceed with the flowchart. The first one is I will explain about the definition of the flowchart. Flowchart is the step users need to take when using this smartphone application for Mount Santubong. I will explain about the flow on this flowchart. Okay, for the user side, okay, for the first one, the user and the admin must register first before accessing to the interface in the login interface. After that, the user or admin must log in after done doing a registration. Now I will explain about the user side. The application will detect location using GPS and then will detect the geofencing around Mount Santubong area. After that, the user will have to choose map first to download offline map to use it for the hiking. The next, the user must choose my place to see weather forecast, to see whether it's suitable for hiking or not during that day. Then the user must choose to the app for detect the route are safe or not before start the hiking. Now for the admin side, the application will show database of the user and feedback box. The admin have the option between manage the user database or to check feedback box. If the admin option is manage the user database, the admin will have the choice to edit and save the database. If not, if the admin choose feedback box to view feedback box, the admin have the option to make the application better in the future. That's all for the flowchart in this project. The explanation for this flowchart in this project. Now we'll proceed with the context diagram. For the context diagram for Mount Santubong hiking mobile application, I will explain about the definition of the context diagram first. After that, I will explain about the flow in the context diagram. For this context diagrams, the definition shows the interaction between the user and the mobile application. For the admin must edit and database of the user and view feedback from the user to make a better application in the future. As for the application to the user, it will provide offline map after download, shows weather forecast, and show the route whether safe or not. That is output that the user and admin, that is input that user and admin can provide to the application. For the Mount Santubong output can give between user and admin. I will explain it. For the output that Mount Santubong hiking mobile application can give to the user is, the first one is shows the route safe or not. The second one is show weather forecast. The third one is offline, provide offline maps to the user. For the admin side is the Mount Santubong hiking mobile application will update user database and will update user feedback and make change to give a best performance to the user in the future. I think that's all for the context diagram explanation from me. Now I will proceed to the entity relationship diagram ERD. There are, for the ERD, the definition of entity relationship diagram is a model that describes the conceptual database as interpreted by the end user. There are 6 tables in this database. The first one is user, second one is login, third admin, fourth maps, fifth routes, and the last one is my place. For the under login, there are username and password. For the admin, the primary key is admin username, and under admin username, there are admin full name, admin email, admin password, and admin confirm password. For the user, the primary key is username. Under the user username is user full name, user email, user password, user confirm password. For the maps, the primary key is maps ID, which is a maps of Mount Santobo. Under the maps ID is maps download. This is database is required for me to detect how much the user have used this feeder. Okay, for root tables, primary key is routes ID. We can, so in the mountain of Mount Santobo, we will detect which part of the route that the user use and will appear in a database usage. Under the primary key is the route detects. For the my place, primary key is forecast ID. It will show about the forecast in the weather forecast in the Mount Santobo. Under the forecast ID is forecast result. So I think that's all for the explanation in this entity relationship diagram. Yeah. Now we will proceed into the wireframe, or we can call as a interface. For the interface part is, I will explain about the user sites that include in this slide presentation. For this interface, actually there are two types of interface designed for the users and admin. But I will explain about the user in this slide first. In this interface, two buttons, which is sign in and sign up. The user interface display the home tab. If the users does not have an application account, they need to register for the application. They need to press the sign up button to register. Then another sign up or registration interface will appear before logging in. That's all for the user interface. Or for the admin interface, I will explain too. For the admin interface, admin must log in to use the application. A person who going to access the application, and at the home page, the user have choice to choose whether to click maps, my place, route, setting, hub, or send a feedback to the application. I think that's all for the interface. Now we will proceed into the hardware. Alright. For the hardware part is the hardware used in this project is, of course, laptop. The second one is Android smartphone. So we focus on an Android smartphone because we use Android Studio that only make the application into the Android, the Mac application to focus on Android application. For the software part, we will use WPS Word for the documentation, WPS presentation for make a slide presentation. So the third one is Proto.io. Proto.io is to me to draw about the prototype that I have presented before that. For the fourth, Notepad. Notepad is used to make a coding documentation on it. For the fifth, Draw.io. Draw.io. Draw.io is used to me to make flowchart, context diagram, and also entity relationship diagram (ERD). For the sixth one is Firebase. Firebase is to provide the real-time database. To me make a link between Android Studio and a database. And the last one is of course Android Studio. Me to make a coding, to write the coding of this Mount Satobong hiking mobile application. Okay, for the conclusion, users do not have to worry about to go hiking at any time. The second one is develop mobile application to improve the way of life. Last one is explore new trails with a confidence. I think that's all for my presentation. That's all for my presentation. Thank you and stay safe everyone. Thank you so much.